Good morning, viewers. It is approximately 4:15 in the morning, October 23rd. The ride has begun. As you can see, I'm riding again with Taylor on my left, who is the yellow robot. Now, prior to your coming online, there was a huge downpour in Watopia land, but everybody escaped dry, and the reason why is that it's an imaginary land. Can't believe it's only 3 degrees Celsius this morning. It almost feels like we're going to get a bit of snow. David has kindly set up the camera, and we'll do a brief entry up to about 10 kilometers as we usually do. There's a 5% incline which I'm attempting at the moment, and Ray is not finding it that easy. Consequently, I have to gear down. The terrain today is much more mountainous. Scattered among the mountains are numerous olive trees. I don't know what the harvest time is this time of year, but they are very plentiful. Now at a minus 3% downhill, which really makes for a wonderful ride. To everyone's amazement, there are apparently 2,667 riders currently on Zwift, which is the program we're using. So that gives you an idea of the immensity of the... Oh, I saw there was a deer up in the hill there. I hope you all saw it. Grazing in the pasture, no doubt. Nice downhill now at minus 3%. Taylor is about 36 seconds behind me. So I'm going to try, oh, another deer on the left. I hope you caught that, everybody. Didn't know the population was that great here in this particular area. Now you may notice on the right-hand side of the screen there are a number of names, each connected with a various colored flag. So that gives you an idea of the number of people online, as well as the various country representations. So people from all over the world are utilizing this Swift site, which is great. Now David has disappeared for a moment. I'm not sure where he is. I shall continue riding. you may notice the downgrade, which is -2 at the moment. We are approaching a beach area, which is not too inhabited at this time of the morning. The other thing I was going to mention is, if you want, or if a rider wants, they can communicate with any of the other riders who are currently on this particular program. So as with any other chat box, you can communicate. Now you may notice straight ahead there's an arch, which is some sort of a finish line, but beyond that is the Ferris wheel, which is again unoccupied at this time of the morning. David just made a brief appearance. Without any commentary. Coincidentally, with the last ride that I did, we were once again joined with the Simpsons, and it's another of their numerous Halloween episodes. Kind of scary, but kind of funny at the same time. I seem to have lost Taylor. I'm not sure what happened there. Better slow down. The arch ahead is a wonderful newly constructed bridge. Oops, we're turning left. And are now proceeding on Ocean Boulevard. I have to say this ride is somewhat pleasant at the time because we're basically going downhill. David is here. He's expecting the newspaper delivery, which hasn't arrived as yet. Looking forward to doing the puzzles. And of course, updating the new situation. Now, before we proceed any further, I guess Ray would like to do some shout-outs. Now, the term shout-out was brought to my attention by Apple Steve at one point in reference to a transgender woman named Johanna Clayton, who appears regularly on YouTube. Somewhat of an interesting concept the viewers may want to check out. So let's say hello to, how about if we start off with Eric and Mike, Sean Penn. How about a shout out to Calvin Klein, Dr. Rob, who's probably about to arrive in an hour or so at the Y. And of course, a big hello to Apple Steve. Now it's amazing, you may have noticed there are 5 dolphins on the right scurrying about as we are in an underground tunnel, of course covered with water, which makes a very nice marine-like environment. Lots of fish to the right. I guess they need to be fed at some time. But all keeping in mind that this is an imaginary environment, but still very lifelike. The shadows cast by this marine-like environment and tunnel are quite interesting, and sometimes quite a distraction to the riders. Oops, I noticed some excellent colored coral on the right. It's nice to see that it's thriving despite the global warming. And we're proceeding through this huge sequoia tree, which has been cut an entry. Now you may notice several riders on the course, and generally the term for a group, oops, there's a sub on the left, a submarine, which I hope you caught. A term for a group of riders is commonly known as a peloton, and justifiably connected to a lot of the major races like the Tour de France and the Spanish Vuelta. Now I can see Taylor creeping up. He's only 13 seconds behind me, so I'll wait for him. We've got a 3% incline, so I will shift down. David, did you want to come and say a few words?
This video is going to be too exciting for my channel.
David just said that this video is going to be too exciting for his channel.
Oh my God.
Which is probably not the case. Before I go, I'll maybe mention something about the cyclist, what is known as the kit, which comprises the colored jersey, the padded pants, the socks, and the clip-on shoes. So you are literally tied to the bike unless you clip out, which again reinforces the mechanical advantage of riding a road bike like this. I am still on the specialized bike that David has allowed me to ride, and again, you can tell it's a very expensive bike and a very smooth ride. Now back to the cyclist kit, so to speak, I forgot to mention you always wear a helmet. Padded gloves also help. But the interesting thing too is the shorts that you do wear are padded in the bum area, and there's a reason for that. Some rides carry on 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, so your bum is actually guaranteed to get sore. And to help compensate for that, most cyclists use a cream. The one we use is pseudo cream to help prevent chafing and soreness, etc. in the bum area. Maybe that's a little too much information, but a lot of people are curious about that. So we are currently at 10.4 kilometers. And I guess it's near time to sign off. David, do you have any words? I can't seem to locate David, so anyway, you guys and everybody else, all viewers, have a wonderful day and talk to you soon.